Hey y'all, welcome to Foodie Mom-versations. This is the channel where we compare food products, food appliances, and fun recipes to see if they're worth your time and money. My name's Tessa, and today is going to be crust for crust. Let's get crusty. Mom, I'm hungry. You just ate. Okay, so today, like I said, we're comparing homemade crust versus store-bought crust. Now, I am a little biased on this because I personally love some store-bought crust. It's really easy, it's a good product, and it's just a quick go-to to kind of shorten the prep time of my pies or any kind of meal that would call for crust. So this is the Pillsbury brand, and this is the one I like. Again, not sponsored, but I would like to be. I mean, let me see, Pillsbury, give your girl a call. Just give me a call. We can do something with pie crust. Anyway, so we're going to make homemade Pop-Tarts today using pie crust so we can really see how they act. Before I started this video, I went ahead and made a homemade pie crust, and I used the Joy of Cooking cookbook to do that. This is the Joy of Cooking cookbook that I used for my homemade pie crust recipe. It's really simple. A lady named Irma wrote it, and I'm a big fan of hers because I use this book for everything. I feel like this book, if you can only boil water, you can buy this book, and it kind of teaches you the science behind things, like the how-to rather than just recipes. So it's a really good book to go to. But anyway, I used the recipe for flaky pastry dough for my pie crust out of this book. As I was reading it, I realized that it was asking me to cut the butter in with a pastry cutter, like a pastry knife, which is, I have one, but I'm not going to even show you because we're not going to use it. I immediately felt that was not what the Lord had for me today. So we're not doing that. What I did was I used a food processor and I timed myself because I wanted to give you the exact frame of time, like is it worth your time to do or not do? And what I did was I made the crust out of the cookbook, or from the recipe in the cookbook. I made the crust from the recipe. I made the crust from the recipe in the cookbook, and I did it using a food processor. So it's really way easier. I'll put the recipe for the homemade pie crust that I used and the method in the box in the description of this video, so that you can do that if that's the route you want to go. It took me just under 12 minutes, and that was with me not having anything already pulled out or anything like that, just literally walking into the kitchen, 12 minutes. So I would gauge, if you really don't know what you're doing at all, maybe 15. But the food processor cuts down on time like crazy, and it still gave me a really well-executed dough. So what we're going to do is make the homemade Pop-Tarts. I already have the one for from the homemade dough made for you. It's in the fridge. So I'm going to use the store-bought stuff. Like I said, the Pillsbury. And usually, I'm not really worried about brands, but this one you want to go with the Pillsbury. I've used their Great Value. I know I should love Walmart and whatever because my husband works for Walmart, and I mean I appreciate them. Thanks, Walmart. But I don't feel like it's just as good of a product. It isn't. I don't know. It just doesn't hold together. I don't know what the problem is, but there's a problem there. I don't know what it is, but there's one there. Okay, so let me make a little bit more noise with this wrapper. Okay, let me get this out for you. And it's going to be a really simple recipe today. I'm just doing a couple of these for you to show you how simple and easy and fun this is. I actually made them for breakfast this morning because I wanted to kind of try it out. Oh, okay. So you just unroll it like this. It's super duper simple. And voila, you have a pie crust. So much easier. So what we're going to do is kind of treat it like a ravioli or a stuffed pasta. And I'm just going to fill it. We're going to use marshmallow cream and the chocolate chips. I kind of had a dream when I started to think about what to do with these Pop-Tarts that they would turn out like the s'mores Pop-Tarts from the store because my kids love s'mores Pop-Tarts. They did not. I don't know what the s'mores Pop-Tarts from the store are doing to get the marshmallow cream to not just dissolve and evaporate in the oven, but I did not achieve that. So my marshmallow cream was gone when we pulled it out of the oven, but it was still really sweet and tasty and yummy. So, I mean, it was definitely worth doing and eating, but it didn't have the actual filling like I thought it would. I don't know. If you know why that did that or how to stop it from doing that, leave it in the comments below because I would love to know how to fix that problem. Okay, so what we're going to do is just pull out some marshmallow cream. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. pull out some marshmallow cream, and I'm going to put it like in 2 spots here because that's how I'm going to cut this. So I'm just going to kind of spread it. You're not coming off. Go to your home. Are you too good for your home? Okay, let me see. I'm just going to spread. Okay, maybe heat up your knife next time because it's not coming off. But anyway, we're going to just put a whole bunch in there, and maybe it'll like stick around this time. Like abandoned us last time with this morning. Totally abandoned my Pop-Tarts from this morning. Okay, so now that's really attractive. Remove that off. And then these are the little baby chocolate chips. I like these a lot more for this because the big ones this morning when I used them kind of like rolled off of everything. So these are going to be a lot better. And you're just going to sprinkle those all over the marshmallow cream. All there, all there. You just want to, and I like to keep a few extra just for like, okay. That's the way to go. Done. I don't even need the pastry. Just kidding. Here we go. Egg wash. Sorry. While I'm eating. This is egg wash. It's going to help bind our pastry dough together to make it stick in the oven. All it is 1 egg and a couple tablespoons of water whisked together. And you just want to kind of put it everywhere where you're wanting the pie crust to adhere. And the ones, I'll tell you, the one I made this morning was super cute. I did the little fork tinge things on the side. It was really cute. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of press this down like a big ravioli of Pop-Tart. And then I'm going to kind of roll mine on the edges. You definitely don't have to. It's just what I'm doing right now, mostly just because I forgot to bring a fork over here to seal it. So we're going to roll it on the edges there. And there are different designs and things you can do, but whatever. We're going to do it this way. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so what I want to do is, I'm just going to take my knife here. You're not really, I mean, I probably wouldn't use this knife if you're like trying to impress anybody, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe don't use it if you're trying to put a video on the internet of you doing this. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to take these edges here and just roll those up too so that they seal. Okay, cute. I'll tell you, like, it's cuter to do it with the fork. The ones I made this morning were with the fork, and I'll show you a picture of those. They're cuter. Do it that way. Don't do it this way. Okay, you're just going to put some of that egg wash on top of these, and that'll give it like a nice crispy sheen on top, I guess. Okay, I'm going to go pop these in the oven. It's literally just that simple. I'm going to pop these in the oven, and while they're in the oven, I'm going to make a quick icing. I'll put in the description of this video how to make the icing. It's just too simple to even demonstrate. But if you need it demonstrated, just leave the comments. And if I need to fix something or do something differently, I'm glad to do it. So I'm going to pop these in the oven, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so we just pulled these out of the oven, and they've spent about 15 minutes in at 375. On the right is the one that's with the homemade crust that I made this morning. On the left is the one that's with the Pillsbury pie crust. So we're about to find out in real time which one is better. These are filled with marshmallow cream, mini chocolate chips, and then brushed with egg wash. And then all around the top of them is a glaze that I made while they were in the oven of basically just heavy cream, powdered sugar until it's the consistency you want. Whip it together and a little bit of vanilla. Just a super, super duper simple glaze. So we're just for fun going to sprinkle a few chocolate chips on so that people know what they are. This is Revan. He's going to try this with us. Okay, so first we're going to look at the, and these are still really, really super hot. I probably should let them cool a little longer, but we're getting impatient. So this is the homemade pie crust. Oh, man, look at that. I am so thrilled. Okay, so the key to getting the marshmallow cream to stay in, obviously, is just by putting a lot more marshmallow cream. So super duper happy with the inside of that. So let's give it a try. You want to try some? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's delicious. Okay. It's too hot for Revan.
It's not too hot. Not really.
It's too hot for Revan to try the middle. Oh, my God. Oh, okay. So that was the homemade one, and guys, that is a lot of good butter and shortening. Like I said before, thought I was biased towards the store-bought, but I'm starting to see the appeal. Let's bust into the store-bought. Now, as you can see, This is way more kind of buttery. This dough, the homemade one is flaky. The store-bought one is definitely more stable. It's holding together really well. Oh, and I heard air escape. So that makes me think that, yeah, sure enough, for some reason in this one, wow, my hands are a mess. For some reason in this one, the marshmallow cream just kind of like disappeared. It reminded me of, you know that little thing you do like at Easter and it's like Jesus left the tomb, but they're saying Jesus is the marshmallow and it just like disappears with a roll or something. This is like that. Like the marshmallow just disappeared. I'm not sure why. It's too hot, bub. It's too hot. Let's go right on in here. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so y'all still, I mean, the homemade is pretty amazing. Not to toot my own horn, but toot, it's really good. For less than 15 minutes of time. Now, I say less than 15 minutes, and I need to correct myself. Earlier, I did make it in less than 12 minutes, but it does have to refrigerate for 30 minutes to preferably several hours. So, that being said, both products are heavenly. If I have to pick a winner, I'm definitely going with the homemade, just because it's super buttery, and mostly just because the marshmallow cream held up, which really makes me super happy because it didn't in the other one, and I was really annoyed. So that's number one. However, I'm going to say, like, if you just don't have the time, the energy, or the know-how to do a pie crust from scratch, go ahead and get this Pillsbury crust. Like, it's still a really good product, and this is still just a neck-and-neck race between the two of them. And so it was not an easy decision, but I'm going to say it's still a really great product. It's still worth doing. But if you're like a friend of mine that keeps pie crusts, like homemade pie crusts in her freezer and pulls them out when she needs them, then hey, this is awesome too. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Please, if you like these videos, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be coming back and comparing all kinds of recipes, food gadgets, and food appliances for you. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And have a great night. Thanks so much for watching. Say bye. Bye.
It's super duper yum.